Hello and welcome to the video. I've been doing a test run and I noticed that the front steering is a bit heavy, and I've done some calculations. You can see I just lift up the bike. This is a better method than the old jack. Just put it on the exhaust, put some blocks underneath, and it's resting on a paddock stand. It's stable, not crazy stable, but if you're careful, it won't do no harm. And my idea is to lower it a further 5 millimeters. So I prepped everything. I loosened my clamps of my auxiliary lights. I loosened up these, the lower triple clamp. It's only stuck with that one. As you know, I don't know, check. Here I have a new shock, the Showa. This is an old canister with, an old bladder with nitro gas, with compression regulation low and high, which is for, you can say, high and low speed, and hard bumps and soft bumps. And the shock itself is aligned. It is Hyper Pro. And because of that, I just want to reset the spring as it was intended by Hyper Pro with the lowering kit of 30 millimeters. You have to go 25 in the front. Now it's only 20. In total, it's been lowered, and the manual says you just, let me take here this one. You lower, you measure here from the bottom till the top, and in reality that is 35 from factory. So now mine is at about 55, so it's only lower 20. I'm gonna bring it to 60.5. So I already set up my vernier caliper. Let's see. And now I'm gonna align this fork. And after in the video, I'm just gonna show you how you align your front axle as well. So it will be a quick one, but a very important topic. And I hope I can actually figure this out easily. So I can make the test run, because the weather isn't that bad today, and the trip is not that far off, and I have a lot of work in the near future. So let's see. Okay, now the way to do this, the way I've done it before. Conform the manual. Give me something to point. Here it is. Conform the manual. You need to measure between this point and this point, so the top and the bottom. But the problem is there is no marking again. If you measure a little bit to the left or to the right, your measurement will be off. It's very hard to take alignment. What I've done so many years ago, and correct me if I'm wrong, the standard, your triple clamp, or your shock is above the triple clamp, is I thought was 10 millimeters. Yeah. So I went to 30 millimeters in total, which for me was the calculation. It's lowered 30 millimeters in the back, 30 in the front, which is a 1 ratio 1:1. But actually you only lower it 20 millimeters then. And I always had a little bit of a heavy front. I could steer around it, it was very smooth, because it was better than standard. But now I'm gonna bring it, because of the new shock, I'm gonna bring it to 25. So I need to go from 10 to 35 millimeter. The only way to measure this is, the only reference point is this one here. And I'm gonna mark this. That one. Same in the other side. And this is the only way to get your vernier caliper set on 35 You go like this, and you're just gonna be sure that it hits that point. It's against the shock on the same line, yeah, it's aligned, and then it hits the bottom of the caliper. And that's the closest you're gonna get, probably within hundredths or two, because there's no way to align this thing unless I'm missing something, but it's definitely not stated in the manual. Voilà. What I also do. This is the hardest part of the whole alignment. You notice in the right corner I align my vernier caliper. The bottom part is straight against the fork leg. It's also touching the bottom where the marking is, and also on top it is also aligned in a nice 90-degree angle. This is very important, and you just go back between left and right and keep pushing until you get this within a couple of hundredths. Like perfectly is very, like within 1,000 is not possible, but within 1 or 2 hundredths you will be fine, and the bike will steer very well. So this is good. You can still see just 2 fingers. Yeah. It doesn't tell you everything, but tells you something. Now the most important part now is getting these torqued, yes, your axle aligned, and the brake system aligned with your wheel. And this is not an easy task. Yeah. If I can say. The first thing I need to do is release these fenders, because they are also intervening. Just make sure they're loose. They don't need to come off, but they need to be able to get your wheel. It cannot intervene with your alignment. I don't want this thing moving anymore, so they are pretty tight. 22, it's more than you would imagine. I think it's only 2.2 kilo, but it's pretty tight if you feel it. Go. Now won't move anymore. Yeah. Now it's fairly important. These ones are next, but you have to install the wheel first. Check the ABS ring. Get the spacers in there. It's always a bit annoying, just take your time. You need the spacers. Now as well, should just go easily with a couple of fingers. As you can notice, this is what you want. If it's really hard to do, something is off. Yeah. Just get it in there, but not stuck. Okay, this is great. So I'm touching the end. I'm going to go back. You know, this one is torqued, so it cannot move anymore. Yeah. It can only move lateral over the axle. This one, yeah. Probably when you set everything up, could be it goes a little bit, moves a little bit here as well in depth. Yeah, your triple clamp will set correctly because of the pressure of the bike, and then it's time to align these. Lifting the bike, removing the studs. Whoa. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure, like we were kids, that my wheel is straight. Yeah, in relation to my triple clamp and my tank, you know, just put it like it should be. Okay, just visual is fine. That seems for me good. I'm gonna go on the bike and you're gonna push on your steering. I'm gonna jump as well. You can see I'm doing crazy. Yeah? I'm gonna verify everything is still straight. And you can also check if the steering is also straight now, because if it ain't straight, you have to stop immediately. Now, for me, this feels straight. And I'm going to do it again. Now check the steering again. Yeah, good. Done. So now I'm going to do this again. I'm going to check. For me, the wheels doesn't seem straight. Now it does. What you can do is you can move your steering a bit, like we used to do in school. Try to align it. Gonna put my steering straight now. I'm gonna move the bike, make sure it feels correct. Voilà. Now what I'll try to do is I just try to get some movement in this and see how it reacts. And if the situation or the result looks good, like now it looks better, I'm gonna do the final step. And this is what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna pump it. Now this one fork leg is floating over the axle, a little bit left and right, and that's what you want. Yeah. Since everything else is loose, brake calipers can move. Yeah. This one can move. So everything is now actually aligning with the wheel. The wheel needs to be straight, of course, and the steering needs to be straight. That's the most important. Now tightening it up is taking your time to torque everything. Only gonna start with these 1, 2, 1, 2, left, right, left, left, right, and that's it. So first, okay. With that, Okay, next one is the pinch bolts. These are also 22. It's the same, you go forward and back until they both right up. That's it. Now, next thing is your brakes. They are 35. However, I'm not sure if I can use this one for Now, the whole thing now is you're gonna push your brakes, yeah. A couple of times. Okay, so that's what you want. Pull your brake. There you go. Because you have to think now your wheel is aligned. Yeah, your axle is aligned in relation to your triple clamp. I moved it a little bit so it can set itself. I prefer to do this. You don't have to, but I believe it's better. And now the brake system has moved as well. Now I'm going to push the brake system in tension and I'm going to torque it. So you only release it, you only move it once, press it once and you keep it like it is. It's 35. Go. Try it again. Should be fine. Now with keeping the brake applied, you know, it's a bit hard, so I'm just gonna need to be sure I'm swapping this like this. Wow, that's it. The only thing I have to do now is set my lights again and I'm done. This is the way I do this. Yeah, don't mind this one. This can be over the years has been through a lot. Probably it isn't 100% straight anymore, but my steering seems like it is. Yeah, it seems like okay. If you go to the wheel and the thing seems straight. If I push it now, like I think it is, the camera is a bit off. I have to see. Okay, I'll be honest. Once I've done the test ride in a couple of minutes, and I'll let you know if it worked out. But the procedure is like this. Sometimes you have to try again and again. There are people who say you have to release this one, but I only do that when I remove the complete triple clamp to change the bearings of the ball head. Then I do this. Otherwise I just keep it torqued. So what you do then is you tighten these one and then you start with torquing that one. You have to remove the steering wheel like I showed you in another video. Now normally it's always worked out for me to keep this one tight because I know it's okay. And then you go from the middle, you torque the axle, you do the lower triple clamp, you do the pinch bolts, and then you do the brake system with or without moving the bike first. And then you do the test ride. Okay, I hope this helped. I know it's not really cool. It's not a nice job, but at least these ones are now 25 millimeters lower than standard. And let's see if this one is aligned as well. If not, you keep on trying. In the end, it'll work out. So thank you for sticking around, and ride safe, and see you in the next one.